Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And this is Luqman Shadrach reporting live for Hilaal TV all the way from Cairo in Egypt. We've managed to bump into quite a few organizations that are contributing towards the much needed aid in Gaza. One such organization is Human Aid, and with me is brother Ahmed Osman. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah for taking the time and talking to me. I wish we would have met under better circumstances. It is a definite need that our brothers and sisters have been waiting for since the 7th of October, in fact, before that as well. Could you kindly tell us about your organization presence here in Cairo in Egypt?
Alhamdulillah, the Human Aid team has been always active with humanitarian work for many, many years, both especially locally and internationally. We've come across now this time here and we partnered with Hack Solutions. We know for a fact that our brothers, sisters and children are facing severe calamities and crisis here in Gaza, and it is our total and absolute responsibility to respond to their crisis. They've lost their lives, they've lost their belongings, they lost everything. So if we don't get together as one ummah, try to help the people, then we have failed as Muslims and as human beings.
What are some of the relief aid that you are taking to Gaza, the immediate need on the ground right now?
Alhamdulillah, through our ground partners, especially Hack Solutions, they've in touch with the ground needs. The needs analysis that came through from there is most essentially is food, water, and medicines. So together with them, alhamdulillah, we've managed to raise through the generous contributions of our donors, families and friends. And now we are able and we are physically here and personally here to ensure that this aid goes into Gaza. So that's very important because we need to keep those that survived. They need to be sustained. We need to give them some sort of hope and to make them realize that they haven't been forgotten. We support the cause. We know that they've been facing severe calamities, real calamities. Not actually a calamity. It's ethnic cleansing, if you want to call it. And it is our duty. It is our total, absolute duty to respond, to give them those aid. Those that are surviving are left with nothing. So we know when you're left with nothing, you are totally dependent on Allah's mercy, and Allah creates people like you see all the organizations have partnered, one of them being us at Human Aid. We are responding to the crisis because we feel it is our duty.
Your team has arrived yesterday, and how long will you be in Cairo for?
We'll be here for the next few days, inshallah, and as much as possible and as many trucks as possible that we can send out, we will send out because the aid they are in dire need. We have to support them, to give them some sort of hope and some sort of dignity to say that, we are your brothers and your sisters. We feel your pain, but we're not only going to feel it, we're going to make dua, we feel your pain, but we're going to send support and aid so that you can hopefully survive this transition. And one day, inshallah, the land and everything will be theirs.
You've done some wonderful work around the country and around the world as well. Tell our viewers a bit more about that.
But locally, from a local perspective, we focus predominantly on projects. We built homes for the homeless, those that have been abandoned. We focus on feeding. We do a lot of feeding, especially for the maktab children and the underprivileged children in different areas. We've got soup kitchens in different areas that feed anybody and everybody that's hungry. We do maktab projects. Project-wise also, homes, those that are living in absolute devastating conditions. We find land, alhamdulillah, through generous donors, and we build new homes for them. That gives a joy. It's not only about giving, it's about giving with dignity, changing the conditions of lives. I mean, we all know that zakah is supposed to empower somebody. Yes, there's a need for food, there's a need for hampers, but we have to also change their condition and improve their lives, living conditions. And that's one of the main focuses that we have back home. Internationally, we've responded, alhamdulillah, to the Syrian crisis. They also, through Allah's mercy and through Hack Solutions partnership with them, we've built homes inside Syria for them, for the refugees that are in the Jordan and in the Turkish areas. We've provided container homes for them. That also goes with hampers, blankets, depending again on the season. When it's winter, it's the winter warm projects. There's blankets, there's clothing, but bread and food and hampers is a daily requirement. And in this case here with the Gaza crisis, it's food hampers, it's baby milk powders, medicines. Now that we're in winter already, blankets, clothing, tents, all these type of products, inshallah, we'll be loading ourselves and we'll be sending it through to the Rafah border and getting into Gaza. And we have assurances also from the ground in Gaza through the proper procedural challenge network that the aid is getting to the people that are in need. So we are really grateful to Almighty first and we're really grateful for the partnering. And you know what was amazing? When we just walked in here, we met different organizations, and surprisingly so, the organizations that we met in the first few moments that we came in were from South Africa. Alhamdulillah, really, really heartwarming, very welcoming, and to see that all of us working together for the love of our brothers and sisters in Palestine, and especially in Gaza, it's really, really comforting, and Allah accept from everybody.
Amen. Amen. Final message to our viewers of Hilaal TV, and maybe words of encouragement for our South African public, general public, to try and get more involved so that they can better the lives of our brothers and sisters in Gaza.
One was a misconception. I must be clear about this. It was a very, disturbing misconception that aid is not getting into Gaza, because we've heard this back home that the borders are closed and all those things. That is a total misconception. Aid is getting into those that are in need in Gaza. And you know what? As much as we want to tell you, yes, support human aid, but alhamdulillah, like I said, when we walked in here, we found different organizations from South Africa. Give those that you trust, that you're happy to give, but ensure that the aid is getting in through the right and proper procedural channels. The aid is getting in, and the need is beyond what we can even imagine. Especially in this crisis, whatever little you think you can give is going to make a big difference.
Absolutely.
It's going to make a big difference. So donate to the organization that you're happy with. If you're happy with Human Aid, alhamdulillah, support us. You want to find out more about us, we're on our Instagram page, it's humanaid.sa. Then you'll see the local work that we do and the international work we do. But the most important part is you make your dua, but dig deep into your pockets, because when you dig deep into your pockets, you're going to make a difference in somebody's life. It seems like a small box maybe, but that box of food and that basic necessities that they need is life-changing for them.
Brother Ahmed, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you. And like I said, I wish we have met under better circumstances. Jazakallah for your team and for all your efforts. And may all your projects go from strength to strength, inshallah.
Ameen. Allah accept from us all. And Allah grant ease to those that are suffering, inshallah.
Jazakallah. Wa alaikum salam. And that's Brother Ahmed Osman from Human Aid chatting to us right here in Cairo, in Egypt, and contributing to the much needed need and for our brothers and sisters in Gaza at the moment. For Hilaal TV, I'm Luqman Shadrack.